Hello students, welcome to the class. Now in chapter number 1 we have already discussed about development, what is development and how the countries are compared, how their incomes are compared and then they are ranked as richer, developed or developing countries. So we all want development. And in the modern world, we talk about sustainable development. Now, what is the difference between development and sustainable development? See, development, as we have already discussed, development means progress. And we all want to develop, we all want to progress. We have come a long way. Today, due to the inventions in science and technology, we have developed a lot. There are so many gadgets which we are using. Our lives have become so comfortable. We are using all the natural resources. But what is the negative aspect of this development? The negative aspect is that the environment is harmed a lot. We have used the natural resources so much that many resources are on the verge of extinction. The underground water table has depleted. So this all is due to this development. So what is the solution? Shall we stop this development? Or shall we reverse this development? We start living like the early man lived? Are you ready to lead that kind of a life? No. We know we cannot lead that kind of a life. We are so accustomed to all the modern gadgets and this comfortable life. We cannot reverse the development. We cannot stop using the vehicles and start walking on our legs. Even today, I can bet that if today you get a news that all the vehicles have come to a standstill, you will not be able to go to your school also. Many of you will not be, many of your parents will not be able to go to their workplace. We cannot go back to that time period when everybody used to walk, we had no vehicles. So we cannot reverse the development or we cannot stop the development. So what is the solution? The solution is sustainable development. So what is sustainable development? Sustainable development means that while the development is on, we have to protect the environment. Means development will go on, progress will go on, but without damaging the environment. And as well as conserving the natural resources for the future generation. So there are two steps which come under the sustainable development. One is development without harming the environment and conservation of natural resources for the future generation. So how can we do this? Now the first step, development without harming the environment. Now how can we do this? We can take certain steps. For example, today many laws have been made to protect the environment. Water bodies cannot be polluted. The industries are directed to treat their water before releasing it into the water bodies. We can stop deforestation. We can grow more and more trees. So in this way, we have to stop damaging the environment. Because we cannot stop development, but we can reduce, we can minimize the damage to the environment. In the same way, how can we conserve the resources for the future use? Today we know that we are using the natural resources indiscriminately, and therefore many resources are on the verge of extinction, water bodies are polluted, underground water table is depleted. So if we continue to do this, many natural resources will extinct. They will exhaust. So what we can do? We can use the renewable resources. The non-renewable resources, the use of non-renewable resources should be minimized, and the use of renewable resources should be increased. What are non-renewable resources? Non-renewable resources are those resources which are limited in quantity, and they will exhaust one day if we continue to use them unjudiciously. For example, oil, coal, and there are many other resources which are non-renewable. In the same way, what are renewable resources? Those resources which are replenished by the nature, which are available in a large quantity, or we can say unlimited quantity, like the sunlight, air. Even water is a renewable resource because it is renewed every day through the water cycle. So if we use the renewable resources, we will minimize the use of non-renewable resources, and in this way the non-renewable resources will be conserved for the future generation. So in this way we can move ahead towards sustainable development. So this is all in this chapter. We had discussed about development, about our developmental goals, about the methods, how the countries are compared using average income or other indicators, and the issue of sustainability. So we are coming to the close of this chapter. Just I am giving you one more question today, which you can write in your fair notebook. So note down. What do you mean by sustainable development? And why is the issue of sustainability important? So I hope you have understood this chapter, and if you have any queries, any doubts, you can ask me, and till then, goodbye.